It's Sunday!
Heck yeah! Fody, Mattenart, Evie, how you doing? Evie, thank you so much for the resub.
Indeed, thank you very much.
Just so for 10 times as long as this, I'll have a whole minute worth of Mattenart.
That is factually correct. Hello, Fody. I hope your week has gotten slightly better by now, even though it's only been a day. But still,
That is very true.
it is very much known that a metric minute has 320...
Seconds?
No, oh my god, I ruined it. A metric hour has 320 minutes. Also, hello, Ranger.
Good luck,
How
Ranger.
are you all doing? I need to do something for my own well-being and for Tifa's.
Stop. You always
Stop.
put a year supply of stuff on your face.
Moisturize with us, people. Do it. It's like hydrating, but for the skin.
I mean, I kind of do gotta take care of mans. This morning I had a brilliant moment while making my breakfast. I accidentally touched the pan with the side of my finger, so I have a little burn mark there.
Why would
And
you
then
do
I
that?
was like, oh, pulling back my hand, and then I scraped my knuckles over the side of the wall, and now my knuckle skin is a little bit flaked off, and that's kind of irritating.
Okay, first of all, stop burning yourself. Second of all, can we all just talk about the fact that Tifa just confirmed herself to be a knuckle dragger?
But it's so annoying. Like, you know, when you have this loose piece of skin, like I plucked it off on one, but then it went a tiny bit too far, so I left the skin on the rest of my knuckles and just basically pushed it back in place, you know?
I left the skin on the rest of my knuckles is a sentence only people that are Tifa say with any sort of conviction.
I don't even know how I managed. I just went the wall isn't even that close. So it was whew. I don't know. It happens. It happens.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Good questions.
I've managed to only burn my mouth during breakfast. I basically made a pizza toasty and it was delicious, but it was hot.
Very nice.
Very hot. Molten cheese should be considered a weapon in some cases, I think.
I'm quite sure you can use it as a weapon, yeah. What do you do?
I am waiting for the hand cream to fully be soaked up by my skin.
Knuckle draggers unite! There's dozens of us.
I've met many people that I believe drag their knuckles. But I've never seen somebody do it in real life. I'm just saying. I've been to a zoo before, I've seen gorillas do it. But I've never seen a real life human being do that.
Well,
yeah, that's why I'm pointing it out, because it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing.
it happens. It is what it is. That's basically the most interesting thing of my Sunday. Played a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. I'm at 115 shrines now, I believe. 114. I'm getting there.
I finished them and I will not tell you how many there are because spoilers. I'm just saying.
Sure. After I got all of the shrines, I'm gonna finish the game.
Do it. And I can finally talk to you about the ending of the game, which I have feelings about.
And then I'll do side quests, I think.
That sounds good.
Maybe with a bit more of a break so that I don't need to no-life the game anymore. I'll see. I gotta have a look at it.
Excited for Spider-Verse today.
Oh yeah, you were
hope
gonna watch it.
You will enjoy it as much as Skinner has. I don't think I'll see it until it hits streaming services, and I'm okay with that. Also, hello Honest Psycho, happy Sunday. How are you doing today?
Cheers.
I have all but 2 shrines.
Oh, nice. Are you still hunting for those 2 shrines yourself, or are you gonna look them up? Because when you're down to I would say the last 10, it gets really annoying to find them. I had that in Breath of the Wild as well.
Without going for spoilers, I can tell you that I played the entire game without guides up until, in terms of finding shrines and how to do them, up until I just couldn't find any more. I knew the location of one, but I couldn't get there. If you know, you know. That's all I'm saying. And then I did look up a guide with a map and where to find the rest, and I can tell you that I had not found 8 myself. And when I looked at that, I was like, oh my god, I feel amazing. Be it through happenstance or sheer luck and a modicum of skill, I found all but 8 of them myself. And that made me appreciate it, because
that's quite
that's
good,
not
though.
my usual experience.
That is quite good.
Yeah, I got lucky a lot, in hindsight. Yeah.
I'm probably at some point just gonna look all of them up. I don't think I'll hunt for them till that extent. I still have some open spaces where I'm gonna like run through, where there might be shrines, but...
Sometimes they weren't in play, like the 8 I still needed weren't in places where I think they should be, but in places where I had been, but couldn't find them.
Yeah.
And I was in those areas usually right at the beginning of a game when there is no help in finding any. So it's like, I've been there, I've walked past these, but then I got them. Yep.
Thought you'd take a break this Sunday,
No.
but I take it. No, we didn't. Fodi does.
Yes.
We share a Discord with Fodi Goat and Fire Goddess Beth, who are also a couple streamers.
Also amazing people, you should check them out.
Yes, absolutely. We're not taking a break until
2 weeks from now.
No, 2.5 weeks?
2 weeks from now.
Wait. Are you sure? 2 weeks?
Oh, sorry, 3
No.
weeks. I just looked at the calendar.
I was gonna say, in 3 weeks from now, because then our next vacation starts.
Yes. We are cliche Europeans and we regularly take vacations. Yeah. Another vacation? Yep. Yep. Yeah, last week of June we'll be gone.
T, happy Sunday. How are you doing?
Hello there. I didn't know you shared a Discord. Oh my god, did you even read all the like intro stuff? Oh my god. No, now you know. Yeah, I get it. Like usually when I join Discords, I see that we have like these welcome messages and all of that. Most of the time I don't read them, but they are there. So yeah, now you know.
But yeah, we share one. Thought I'd missed out. No, you didn't.
No.
It's still 3 weeks for our next break.
Yes. I mean, you missed out on Fodi and Beth so far, but...
That is true.
Yeah. You responded with Ace at 20 memes, so I thought it was you. That was us. That is us. What? We did respond to you.
Well, we did do that, yeah.
Yes. But... I don't think... I think you confused... It doesn't matter. We are here. It's Sunday. Yes. Where are you going this time?
We just went
again,
along with the vibe.
Tifa's side of the family.
Yeah, we were considering going somewhere else, like maybe towards Prague or
The Czech
Budapest.
Republic. Hungary.
Yeah, that also would have been nice. In the end, we were like, meh. And then we're like, okay, we technically also still gotta go on a vacation with his dad because he's been bugging us for weeks.
And mostly I reminded Tifa that it's summer now and it's warm outside. And Tifa doesn't like being warm. I mean, I don't like being hot. I mean, I am, but still, you know what I mean. Being in warm climates. But Tifa hates it. So I asked her, are you sure you want to go to a place where you're like probably like visiting places, doing touristy stuff, when you're warm and miserable? And then Tifa was like, yeah, probably not.
And now we're just going to Netherlands again.
Yeah,
Have a
spending
chill
some time
week.
with her family.
All good.
Yeah. Oh dang, Gronica will be on vacation at the same time.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Where are you guys going?
Bro,
Any plans?
Is it the Czech Republic or Hungary like we have planned? Worst part of hot weather, I say sweaty butt crack. Worst part of hot weather for me is my skin not liking it and being even more prone to breaking out into whatever you call it that it breaks out into. And then I'm warm, I'm sweaty, and I look at my face and that makes me miserable, and then it's just like a vicious cycle.
I don't even mind the being sweaty, but if I spend too long in the heat, my psoriasis, which is a...
Psoriasis, for people that don't understand Tifa saying words but pronouncing them very Dutch.
Oh, is it like that in English?
Yes.
It gets a bit worse when it's too warm, and then it's like, and then I'm like, bleh. So yeah.
Yeah, try to avoid the heat as much as we can.
That's
What we do. Yeah. I hate the cold. I take 40 degrees Celsius over -10.
No,
Exact opposite here, because
Opposite.
I also look better in like a coat.
I like how that's
Winter-
your reasoning.
Formal and winter clothing makes me look good. Listen, I'm the kind of person, the more I wear, the more attractive I get. Which is why on stream I'm wearing a t-shirt so I don't get banned on Twitch.
The Nazi jacket looks pretty good on you. And I'm calling
Can
it
you
that.
please elaborate that?
I was just gonna go into that. I call it a Nazi coat. It's not one at all. It doesn't even look like it. But one day, okay, I'm just gonna say the full story. One day,
Please.
no, it's not me. I swear it is not me. It's a normal coat. But one day we were walking at the train station, just doing our thing, walking around, blah de blah. It's a super cool coat. I think it's based on a video game even. I'm not sure.
No, I'll tell the story. So you can all calm down again. Tifa is referring to something very weird that happened a long time ago. But first, Mortenard, nice, going to Maine from a high school best friend's wedding. I hope you're gonna have a blast. Now, the story. Which one, Wolfenstein? No, certainly not. Some of you might remember that, I believe about 12 years ago now, a new Deus Ex game came out. I believe it was Human Revolution? The one with Adam Jensen, with I didn't ask for this, that meme. Anyway, he wears a really cool coat. And there was a company back then that was focusing their stuff on like video game inspired apparel, and they had a human they had human clothing. No, mankind, not human. They had a Deus Ex that game inspired coat, very similar to the one that the main character wears. And I saw that thing and I thought, damn, that thing looks sexy.
And then you doubted for
And
a
then
week.
I doubted for 2 years whether I should buy it. And just before they stopped making them, I bought it. That's the code we're talking about. I'm happy to post pictures on Discord later. You can't buy them anymore, unfortunately, but I still have that thing. So 5 or 6 years ago, whatever,
It's
Tifa
been a
and
long
I
time ago.
were out and about, and we were using public transport, as we do. So we're both standing there waiting for the train. And then this lady walks up to us.
She wasn't 100%. You could already tell.
She looked displaced. She looked like she was going to talk to us, and she was gonna either ask us whether we want to join her cult, whether we have any squirrels she can roast.
She kind of
I'm
was,
just invoking the
because
pictures
she was
here.
walking around. I can still see her walking there. She was like, praise the sun.
Yes.
Praise the sun. And then I think she asked us to praise the sun with her, and we didn't do it.
This is 100% true. This was also a couple years after Dark Souls came out, so we hear her from quite the distance, and I'm like, praise the sun, hey, Demon, Dark Souls, cool. But how about we keep our distance, because she doesn't seem like dangerous or anything, but I don't want to have to talk to her if I don't have to. Anyway, so she walks over to us, and then she starts talking gibberish. I don't know what she was talking about. She was saying words, and individually I understood all the words. They were German, but together they made no sense.
There's only 2 things I still remember from what she said. It was the praising the sun, and then she looked at Jack.
You can tell that in a moment. That's going to be your part.
Okay.
So my thing when I'm in a situation like this is I ignore these people. Because in my experience, those non-violent, kind of out of their own gourd kind of people, they go away.
I usually talk back to them, then we have a short conversation.
I don't.
And then
No,
they leave.
I'm not good at that, and I don't like doing it. So my idea is to just stand there and like, and try to walk away. Tifa doesn't move, of course. And she says something, and she's laughing. So I'm guessing I was supposed to laugh too, but I have no idea what she's talking about. I don't understand the lady. So she looks at Tifa, looks at me, musters me, bottom, top, bottom, and then she says,
"You know who else hates fun?
The Nazis.
And then
Are you a Nazi?
You're a Nazi.
You wear a coat. The Nazis wore coats.
I could still see her.
And
this was like 6 years ago. I kid you not. I still.
And I'm standing there.
Know
like,
what she looks like.
I just took Tifa and we left. Like we walked away, and then she went on her business, insinuating that other people are Nazis because they don't laugh at her attempts at humor. I mean, I say plenty of things that I hope make people laugh, and a lot of time it fails. That's just my life. But I've never gone, "Oh, you don't laugh at my joke? You must be a Nazi." Like,
you know who else hates fun?
You drink water, Hitler drank water. That can't be a coincidence. Basically that.
I think not.
Basically that. You're breathing oxygen? Well, so did the Nazis. Yeah, So that's the code Tifa was talking about.
It has been dubbed the Nazi code since then.
You're the only person calling it that.
Oh yeah, I didn't say other people did. I dubbed it.
Yes, but still you say that's what we call it. No, that's what you call it.
Okay, fine.
Now me too. How dare you wear shoes, Jack? Yeah, I'm sorry. But you know who's also wearing shoes? Probably all of you.
You know who else was German?
But did you know he was actually Austrian? I'm just saying. Yeah, that Tifa attempting to bring international sanctions down on this channel. With her way of phrasing sometimes, yes, it might seem like that, but yes.
Basically.
Yes. Incorrect, and I only have one sock. I doubt that. I do believe you do own at least one pair of footwear that people might call shoes. Yeah. Always watch your streams entirely in the nude. Thank you for confirming that. Do you remember when we started a stream asking that? Thank you, Mortonard. Now I know.
We actually had a discussion, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you started with, what are you wearing? Something along that line.
I started with, do you think there are people right now watching this while naked? And now I know. Thank you, Mortonard. Thank you. At least one person.
Mattenard never did until that point, and then he was like, you know what? That's a good idea.
It's kind of warm outside anyway, so...
Why didn't I thought of this earlier?
Yeah. I mean, you do you. Like, whatever is comfortable for you. But I just needed to know for science. Because, like, statistically speaking, there have to be people right now that watch this that are not wearing anything. I'm just saying. A lot of people enjoy wearing less in the comfort of their own home.
I'll let you guess where it is. I bet it's a handsaw, Kalk.
Yes, I'll go with that as well. And I do not need to be corrected on it either, I'm just saying.
I feel the
I need to confirm that when I watch, I'm always clothed. That is okay. That's also perfectly fine, whatever is comfortable for you. Like, I'm cool with it.
I usually just go with the no pants.
BRB going to undress. You do you. I mean, you do you. Which one of us made it worse? You with that coat, or me with bringing that up again?
I think both work. I mean, the praise the sun is something I won't really forget.
Yeah, it also kind of like changed how like what goes on in my mind when I see or read or hear the praise the sun from Dark Souls. Because in my mind somewhere there's always that like encounter with a lady. Yeah. The code. Thank you, Evie. Makes me feel a bit better.
I'm glad we Confirmed that.
I am very happy that this thing still works. Indeed. How do we know that you are fully clothed? That's the beauty, you only see what's in camera frame. Same as with any other video you ever watched. You only see what the people are wearing that's on screen.
Yeah, that's true.
Something to think about.
Gonna make a community goal to make you stand up.
Why would you do that?
It's gonna be a Russian roulette. Are you wearing pants? Yes or no on that day?
I can tell you that I have once not worn pants during a stream. And that was before we had a camera. Because we didn't have a camera and it was really warm in the apartment. Ever since that time, I've always worn pants, and I have to because, and this is true, those microphones we are using are wireless. So the transmitter thingy is
It's in the pocket.
clipped in my pocket.
But you could put it on the desk. No one says it needs to be in the pocket.
I could do that, and then when I get up during the break to go to the toilet or whatever, I will forget that and I will yank it along and then it will break. So I don't.
Wouldn't be the first time that happened. But
To
still,
you, yes.
But
To
still.
you. To you.
And I'm
The
sure.
green screen behind you, this could all be CGI. Yes. It could be. If I knew how to pull that off, I totally would do that. Yeah.
This really is all fake. You know, you really think we look this handsome?
True.
Like, this is just to, like, protect our privacy in case you ever see us on the street.
I've put on a filter to make us both look less attractive because we don't want to attract those kinds of people, you know. Yeah, it's a curse, really, being blessed with this.
Unrealistic beauty standards. I know, right?
This is a true story, my boy. No. The truth is, when we swapped to this camera,
What are you pointing at?
This camera. Not all of you, but the thing that you can see us through. I learned that when I set this thing up, it actually does have a beautification filter. And then I turned that off, and when Tifa was like, it's okay if you want to leave it on, because she knows that I'm like self-conscious about my skin being red a lot. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to. People will see me the way I look. The only thing I have on my face is skin cream, because I have dry skin.
You have some really... I don't want to say like awesome, you have some really realistic of those filters though. I think a lot of them are popular in like Asia and stuff.
It's messed up.
Like your entire face changes, and it is so hard to tell in some of these apps.
Yes, and then there are people...
They are so realistic.
Like me, who look at this and go, oh my god, that looks better than I look. Can I look like that? The problem is, no. You cannot look like an unrealistic beauty standards. I think T actually used the perfect string of words. So, no I don't, no I won't. Unless it's for like a joke or something, maybe at some point, but I don't think so.
Well, the filter on this thing wasn't that extreme though. It mainly like filter make your skin smooth.
Yeah, it smooths out like pores and stuff, and can you...
Gives you the baby cheeks.
It's not that pronounced right now, but you can tell that my cheeks are kind of red because that's just how my skin is. It would like make that more mellow. I don't know the right words. I don't do makeup. It makes it more like, I don't know, even. Yeah, but no. You can throw your mask away. Wait. I'm afraid.
Where are our masks anyway?
Right, there is no mask. But I mean, I like doing this for fun. I mean, I ask her, of course, if I'm allowed to. But...
I didn't hear you ask her.
Would you like me to stop?
It's fine.
See?
They're actually using very intricate AI to project digital clothes on them. This is like 3D painted.
Yes, that is true. But for all of you that have ever seen those episodes, there are a couple in Pokemon where Ash like massages Pikachu's cheeks, and I can tell you, I'm pretty sure it's close to the sensation I'm feeling right now.
I have hamster cheeks.
Yes, you do, and I love it.
Would never thought I'd hear that sequence of words in a row. Did I say something weird again? Because I don't think I did this time.
We say so many things, unless you can repeat them. I don't know which ones you're talking about.
Oh yeah, but where are our masks anyway?
They are in here.
Oh yeah, good.
As always.
I was wondering the other day why they are. We haven't thought of a nice way to bring them back into stream again.
T said the correct string of words. Well, Hulk, maybe you should spend more time here when T is dropping hot knowledge on everybody, because then I will keep saying it. Just saying. Real culprit behind the extreme was Old Man Jenkins. Now do we have a Scooby-Doo reveal? Yep.
That would be kind of cool.
Imagine not getting my sick reference. I'm sorry. I still don't get it.
What was it from?
Everyone wears one mask or another. Hashtag deep. Yeah, but tell me, honest psycho, as a person, are we what is beneath all of those masks? Or maybe are all of those masks just different parts of us that we choose to portray at one point in our life or another? If you will, are we maybe the sum of the roles that we play in our lives? Deeper. There you go.
Look, I got a hairband.
Thank you. What a segue. I bought Scooby snacks today. Nice. I have heard before that that's an actual thing, but what are they? Are they for humans? Are they for dogs?
I'm quite sure you have Scooby snacks for humans.
Scooby snacks are a fictional snack food. Why is Wikipedia lying?
Well, at least look at the actual snacks.
T,
There, Scooby snacks in
Wikipedia
real
is
life.
saying you're lying. Warner Brothers has licensed Scooby snacks as both dog treats and multiple different snack foods. Okay, vanilla wafers were packaged and sold as Scooby snacks in Suncoast home video stores. I think those are gone. Keebler has also introduced a line of baked graham cracker sticks shaped like cartoon bones. They come in cinnamon and chocolate flavors. Sounds good.
You have the graham cracker shaped like dog bone.
Nice.
I totally eat that.
Nice. I've never had a graham cracker. They are not a thing over in Germany.
It's
they
the same as like a Maria biscuit.
I don't know.
I'm quite sure it's the same.
I don't know. They are on my list of things to eat when I set foot in America at some point.
I'm quite sure graham crackers are like Maria biscuits.
Yeah.
Actually, they're not even called Maria biscuits here. What are they called?
I have no idea. Because we don't have those either. No, it's not.
No?
Thank you, T.
Oh.
Thank you.
I thought it's the same.
Graham crackers are honey flavored. I love honey flavored things. I love them.
Oh no, an Evie. What's the reference from?
I still don't get it.
I'm pulling a blank.
I still don't get it, I'm sorry. Half of someone else is who you're meant to be. It don't ring a bell. Good. Okay. I'm happy if you're happy. Yeah.
You'll never understand me.
Let me Google that. Then I can at least tell you if I could have potentially known.
That line is to...
If I Google half of someone else is who you're meant to be, the first hit I'm getting is...
Relation rise.
What does other half mean in a relationship? What to do when you meet your other half of your soul? If two people are meant to be together, they will find their way. I find a lot of like relationship and like teen romance-ish stuff. I'm pretty sure that's not what you were going for, so if the internet fails me, I'm sorry.
Probably.
Yeah.
Also, wait, are graham crackers really honey flavored? I mean, that's also used for like cake, sometimes as like a cake base, no? I always thought they're like plain biscuits.
I probably will like them even more if they're honey flavored. I love that stuff.
Yeah, but I always thought they were plain, so that's kind of surprising.
You cannot fool me, Google betrays you. Do I need to Bing this? Like, nobody ever said that, but do I need to whip out Bing? What is happening? I thought we were talking snacks. I didn't come here to hear about love. But that's the same thing.
What about your love for snacks?
Snacks are love. And don't tell me otherwise. Because I like eating my feelings.
Ooh, stroopwafels.
We didn't get one last time we went in the Netherlands.
That is true.
It's because of
But
me.
this time we actually will. At my home place, like twice a week, there's like this, you know, you have a traditional market and there's this one dude that still makes stroopwafels by hand.
And he's been doing it for what, 30 years? 40?
Something around that, yeah. Technically he should be on his pension already.
When this guy stops selling stroopwafels,
the market won't be the same.
I will stop eating them for the rest of my life. That is true. I never buy them anywhere else other than from this guy.
So nice. Like he makes the waffles. It's like the super thin layer that he makes at the store. He has like this giant pan pot with the liquid caramel in there, and then he like makes it fresh for you, and you get it piping hot, and it's absolutely delicious.
Yes, and it's so nice. So nice.
Fresh stroopwafel. So tasty.
Meeting your other half is just to mean you make compromises in a relationship. Yes, that is true. Relationships are navigating through life together, but I can tell you that I have met my other half.
What?
Circa 12 years ago.
Very sweet.
Wow. Imagine, like, witnessing this, all of this and going, I'm adorable, accepted.
Very sweet.
Gross. No, it's not. Deal with it. Graham crackers can be both honey, cinnamon, or both. Okay. Okay, that sounds good. The main requirement is that we use Graham flour. That's also not a thing over here.
No. I thought Graham was just a name, honestly. I didn't know that was a type of...
I thought so too for the longest time, actually. Yeah.
That's actually a type of flour.
Yeah. Tifa hard disagrees live on cam. I mean, to be fair, just because I met my other half doesn't mean she has. That would be bad. But, I mean, technically not the same thing. Not necessarily.
You do have a point.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think I would have kept up with you for so long if it wasn't the case.
Yes.
Ah, love, all of that.
Yes. Going through 12 years of history, yeah, that had to be love to stick with me. Yeah.
Cheers, Ranger. Enjoy that coffee.
Please do. It's basically just unsifted whole wheat flour. I'm okay with that. That sounds like it could be very tasty.
Sure.
Mami, thank you very much for your resub. And I will take your objection. Talking about objection...
Sure, there's some place to find Graham crackers here.
I need all of yours help with something.
Thank you for the
First of
resub.
all, yes.
When did you make that?
Oh look, somebody redeemed Tifa, sit like a human. Tifa, could you please change your position slightly?
But I'm sitting like a human.
So here's the thing.
I'm even sitting straight.
Lately, Tifa tells me, you know, after like an hour or so of streaming, my back really starts to hurt.
No, my shoulders.
Yeah. And I've actually gone through one of the VODs the other day with her. And you can see, if you like zoom through it, you scrub through it, I think is the technical term. I sit like this, I lean forward, I go a bit to the right, I go a bit to the left, I change my position. And Tifa basically just does this.
It's quite funny. The entire video, I basically did not move this part. It was just like
so
my head
please
every
move.
now and then. And it's like, blue.
This redeem exists to remind Tifa that her body requires sitting in ways that are more...
I'm preserving my energy.
By breaking your back. Congratulations, you're doing it wrong. I'm just saying. So the redeem is where you can do it every 20 minutes, I think I set the cooldown to. Please click on it occasionally, do it for me, otherwise I'll just keep bitching at her after stream.
How do I need to... I am sitting straight though.
Sit a bit forward. It just shows you how much shorter she is.
I feel the difference.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's nice, isn't it? Sometimes you just lean into the camera and you talk directly to people. I also feel like when I sit like this, I don't need to speak as loud for some reason. This is serious time, people. Hello there. You know, change it up every now and then. It's good for your back.
I mean...
And this is why she has backaches.
I'm moving.
Tifa is human, therefore she is sitting like a human.
We have like a song.
Could be argued.
Van voor naar achter naar links naar rechts. Van voor naar achter, van links naar rechts.
I understood foreigner first and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But she is singing a song in Dutch.
Yeah.
From the front to the back, from the left to the right. Her words. Her words. Yeah. Exactly. Mommy's got it. Yeah.
Wait, is it van boven naar onder? I'm quite sure it's van voor naar achter. Or is that the next one?
We have a Dutch down. Two people that are accustomed to Dutch culture are gonna throw down. And I'm having a feeling that Tifa is gonna be wrong.
No. I know this song. I just don't know how it continues. It's the finishing verse.
Oh.
I need to listen to the whole thing again because.
Okay, so from up to down, from left to right. Maybe we should do this for her every time somebody uses the routine. I just move her for her back.
And then the water
Thank you,
falls.
Tifa.
Why, thank you.
It's like you're whispering right into my face like a loving father. Whatever you need, Hulk. Whatever you need. Yeah.
You can whisper sweet German to you.
Hulk, geht ins Zimmer aufräumen. Which is German for Hulk, go clean up your room. There you go. That's Daddy Jack energy for you. Yeah. Good old back axe. She needs it. She needs it.
It kind of is.
I could be wrong. I'm Flamish. We're sometimes goofy like that. I think it's amazing how comparatively small the Netherlands is compared to other countries, but how many like different like dialects and cultural differences there are.
That is true.
I think it's really interesting. You know what I also think is interesting? When Hulk cleans up his room. No, when Tifa attempts to give us recaps of what happened the last time we played a video game, which in this case is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
So, let me move positions for this. Oh,
very good.
I've never moved this much in one stream.
In a whole week, yeah.
I think so.
Stop stalling. See?
We are in episode 5.
Correct.
We're in episode 5. I'm not sure what's going on in episode 5. There's
so far,
like
you've given people zero information to join you on that mental journey.
Okay,
why do you feel this way?
Okay, we have some new people introduced. I'm not sure if I'm feeling it yet.
Like
but
whom?
We'll see how it goes.
Have we met?
We have a new sister couple. Mia, who's kind of seems to replace Mia and Maya in this case, with the exception that one is still alive. I forgot their names already. Lana
Both
and...
are alive.
Lana and... what's the other
Emma.
girl? The scientific scienter.
Emma.
Oh, Emma, true. So we have Emma, who came to us to ask us to represent her sister, who is the chef prosecutor of the... I was gonna say district's office, but that's not
The chef.
Yeah, chief
The
prosecutor, the chef prosecutor.
Chief! Tifa, a chef is somebody who prepares food.
Yeah,
a chief is somebody who's at the top of something in charge.
It's all the same. She is now held in custody for murdering a...
Sorry, there was so much of it.
For murdering a detective, I think? Or police officer? Someone government... Or someone working at the government, I think.
A detective.
Detective ditched the body in the trunk of Edgeworth.
Correct.
Who has
he has a
returned.
red sports car.
We have a kinky lunch lady who has seen the murder happening.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly, and we're now trying to figure out what the heck is going on and if she actually did it, because she
Angel
does...
Star.
Oh yeah. Because she does say that she actually killed the guy. But we think she's covering up for someone else, so...
Who else have we met?
And
2 more people.
We found another detective who is like a sheriff kind of guy. Bit weird.
Yes. He is basically your nightmare if you never liked Western movies. He is cliché Western and he throws in Italian words sometimes. Ah, bambina. And I don't know why.
And I have no clue who else we met.
A weird looking policeman that walked in on us having a conversation with Edgeworth.
He's not really a main character.
His whole art style was slightly different. Yeah, Meekins.
That
correct.
was it.
Thank you very much.
Also, Hawk, enjoy your food. What you having?
Yes, please do.
Is it lunchtime? Dinner time? Lunchtime.
Depends on your time zone. Either way, it's always time for good food. Oh. Edgeworth's drunk, you say? Yes, we did say that. It's big and it's red. Oh. Basically, Phoenix Wright fell asleep watching a scary movie. 1, it's all a dream because of how weird this whole situation is. That is my theory so far, yes.
I don't even mind the weirdness, but somehow I'm not really feeling this chapter yet. So I gotta see what comes out of this.
I would like some more explanation on why things are this way and why all of these people are slightly different from the ones we've met so far. Yeah, that's... I would like answers, basically. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, people in the Western Flemish people, Mame, do they have a soft or a hard G? Because I don't...
For all of you people that don't know what she's talking about, Dutch people usually, in the areas I've been to, usually pronounce the sound of the letter G like this. No, I did not just clear my throat. That's how they pronounce it. Yes, it's weird to me too, but that's how it is. However, there are some people in the Netherlands and in Belgium, I believe, that actually do know how to pronounce the letter G, which is G.
I mean...
Yeah, like every other language I speak.
They pronounce the G as an H. Oh, okay, yeah, fair.
That's wild. Gonest Psycho? That's now your unflamished name. Every H becomes a G. Can we agree on what letters are? No.
No, we can't.
That's the beauty of languages.
But we can agree that our favorite letter is X.
I am willing to agree, and if all of you don't agree, why are you here? Well, if you don't agree yet, maybe we can make you agree. Tifa, are you ready to play?
Yeah, let me move my water out of the way.
Bam!
Had to hop out of the last stream before you got there.
I'm sorry you missed Meekins. Yeah.
You're already
Smooth. Yes, I am.
Load? Yes.
I mean, if you don't, we can't continue. So.
Oh yeah, we were about to head to the police department.
Correct, and Miles Edgeworth was unhappy about having received the King of Prosecutors statue, which is also broken.
Oh, now we get to see the entrance.
February 22nd, Police Department entrance.
Oh, that's their mascot.
That's kind of cute.
I mean, we've seen that plushie in some previous cases as well.
Now we know why. Also finished the DLC case of Ace 25 today. Oh, nice.
How did you like it?
How did you like it? Meanwhile...
Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me. It took almost 30 minutes by taxi. And traffic wasn't even that bad.
That is quite a bit.
The police department, huh? Only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that?
Looks like they painted it and kids couldn't keep their hands off of it.
It looks like it's crying.
Well then. Crime is not okay.
Yes, don't do crimes, people. It's kind of cute.
I kind of feel like we're now in a theme park.
This makes me want to avoid concession stands where they sell popcorn for $8. Shoutouts to Disneyland.
Oh, and they definitely animated more in these cases. I feel like every character has more like whoa movement and whoa.
I have a feeling that episode 5 of Ace Attorney 1 is more like the future Ace Attorney games than Ace Attorney 1. I don't know, but I have a feeling it's like an advanced version.
Like watching this, I can sort of imagine that it's a small, small world and a peaceful one. You can just put it in that Disney ride.
Yes, and if you sing any more words or hum the melody a moment longer, lawyers from Disney will just swoop in and the stream ends. Also,
Alex,
hello.
dear? I'm saying that right?
I hope we do. Years later and this mascot still creeps me out. Is it because it kind of looks like a clown?
It is.
It's giving me low-key circus vibes.
It's kind of cute. It also reminds me a little bit, in the Netherlands, we also have a theme park called the Efteling.
Which, by the way, was the inspiration for the Disney parks. That's true. Look it up.
Let me very quickly check what the mascot is called.
Called. I don't know that.
I still don't know what it is. But
mascot.
Basically, it kind of looks like this thing, doesn't it?
No.
No?
No, not really. We can post a picture
it has
later.
the 3 things on its head.
If clowns usually freak you out, you don't want to Google what you just Googled. Doesn't get better.
If you are ever in the Netherlands though and you want to visit a theme park, Efteling, I can absolutely recommend it. It is my favorite. Disneyland Paris is nothing compared to it.
Pretty good case. It's actually the first of its kind in several aspects. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. Oh wait, you mean the... For Ace Attorney 5. Yeah, fair.
It feels like when a theme park Vietnam flashbacks to Ace Attorney something. Don't know what the I stands for. Oh, it was made alongside Ace Attorney 4 and the DS remakes of the first trilogy. Okay. That sounds good. I think it's the eyes that make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's looking right into your soul.
The eyes are the one thing that doesn't make me uncomfortable, personally, because like the left one, I mean, it's right eye, but left from looking at it, it looks kind of like it's crying.
Yeah, if you wanna, now that we already had like deep conversations today, if you wanna go really deep in it, it's kind of like a representation of society where you have to perform your job, but deep down inside you're crying and this one tear escapes while you're doing it.
Monday morning energy, basically.
Being absolutely disrespected by everyone, like they touch you everywhere without permission, they just like break your stuff. Ow! Fingerprints! Like his poor little jingle bell thingy is broken off. Like...
Hurry up, this screen freaks people out. How about we move on?
You're the one that touched my glasses.
I'm not the smartest person. It's known. You should have dodged.
Anyway, I feel slightly bad about this thing.
Edgeworth and Proto Badger, best piece of media ever crossing my eyes. Okay. Can we stop with existential crises? No, that's actually a large part of a stream. Usually coincidental, but still.
Like sometimes it just escapes.
Yeah. It's like life. Sometimes reality just hits you. No? No, please, Emma.
Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? What does it even mean?
Is undulate not
I thought that's like when your pupil becomes...
That's dilating, I think.
Oh,
when your pupil dilates.
And what does undulating even mean? I'm totally not stalling on this.
I thought it's about the sound, but I think it's about the movement.
I don't think there's sound.
Oh, I pressed the button. Oh, wait, I know. This is the blue badger.
Oh, this is an actual badger.
They're trying to make him a police mascot.
Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police.
One fact.
Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the blue badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast.
Oh.
There you go.
Look who's back.
The existential crises are a feature, not a bug. Yes, you could say that.
So isn't it crisis?
1 crisis, 2 crises.
Oh, okay, yeah, then it's crises.
I learned that last year. Thankfully,
we don't
I
just have
knew
one
it
here.
before I read the line. It's a crisis in perpetuality. Oh.
I like how many plural words we usually learn in stream.
Yes, and I honestly have to say I love the fact that all of you are never tiring of teaching us the language.
The main one I remember is Octopussy, but I know we had a lot
yes.
in the past year.
Undulate to move in a wave-like manner. Ooh, I'm undulating on the internet.
I thought it was kind of, for a sign like that, it was kind of natural.
It wasn't too bad. It's about it moving weirdly.
I mean, it wasn't really weird, considering it's doing the traffic light thingy.
You know what is weird? Hey, Pearl! What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well...
And more specifically, why didn't we get to see that?
Yes. Where did the budget for that go? I needed to. Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, Pearl. Then why are you chatting with us? I'll give you one word of advice, Pearl. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister?
Why did he start breathing like this in this scene?
I don't know. I think you're reading too much into it, bro. That's just him like,
I am,
whoa!
but still. It kind of looks off. Why does undiluting sound like an innuendo?
I know, right? Maybe we'll figure it out together.
Undiluting's against Twitch together.
It depends on what you undulate on screen. Arms? Fine. If I stand up? Probably not. Poor Gumshoe. I would have loved to see him dance.
Absolutely would have. Is that also undulating then?
It depends on how he's dancing.
I suppose. Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
And at my tender age. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
Yeah.
It should always be a sensitive issue with the police, you
also,
dick.
Why
That's his name, by the way.
Currently?
Because of Manfred von Karma and all of that?
Yeah, but it's been known in all cases
No,
that they're basically faking evidence.
No, it's been alleged. It's not been known. It's been alleged. There's a difference.
Okay.
We can all agree that it happened and it seems like it, but unless we can prove it, I'm not agreeing with a practice, I'm just saying.
Oh, well, apparently you're right.
May Mr. Mars Atroth please undulate his behind?
Objection! He is not doing it long enough. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of a criminal affairs. What?
Oh, really?
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? I mean...
Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
Oh, I thought he was like fired.
That's what it seemed like at first.
But he's just temporarily kicked out of the office.
He's not allowed to work on this, which I guess it makes sense.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat. Might as well.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
I love how they tell him, I'm sorry, you're not important enough to be working on this case, and he goes, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go outside, stand in front of a building, and dance with our mascot. Like, that's the #1 thing on his priority list, seemingly. That's fun.
You know who could absolutely nail this dance, by the way?
Who?
Have you seen White Chicks?
Yes.
If you've seen White Chicks, the movie, it came out like 20
long
years
time
ago, I think. But it has Terry Crews in it. And
I
there
love
is
Terry Crews.
one scene where he is kinda high on drugs, I wanna say.
He's taken something.
He's taken something that he was supposed to give to someone else, but it doesn't matter. And there's a scene with him on the dance floor with the raving lights and a whistle. I can absolutely imagine him standing here.
I would watch Terry Crews topless undulate all day. Yeah, it's gonna make me undulate.
Perfectly.
Yes, Your Honor, it is the defense's sincere belief that the prosecutor undulating his rear end is very important to this tax fraud case. Yes, yes it is.
It really is.
Perfectly fine for dream logic, possibly, but my dream logic idea is kind of falling through the cracks. See what I did there? Because now Gumshoe is back, and I thought all the characters are kind of replacing previously established characters.
Yeah,
like
but
the other
still,
sheriff is Gumshoe, but
things still don't make sense. Like when we were standing in Edgeworth's office and we kept having flashes of Gumshoe. Like
Yes.
why?
maybe we just didn't get it. But
I mean, I suppose.
Variant went for Gumshoe though. Yeah, it's not unheard of. I mean, better than just being miserable, I guess.
That is true.
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, Pearl. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall.
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, Pearl. Okay. Show him all the clues we got. Edgeworth being here wasn't a crack in that logic? No, because...
You have a point.
Because Edgeworth is really dreamy. I'm just saying.
Smooth.
I know, right? Good recovery. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, Pearl, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Actually, it's you getting yourself. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let me see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman, he's the victim. Oh my god. He has like Tifa brain.
I mean, just a name, if it's not your direct colleague.
And the picture, and the fact that they're colleagues, and the fact that he died yesterday,
Maybe they
being
weren't
murdered.
direct colleagues, like who knows?
I would say if one of my colleagues got murdered by like the CEO in the parking lot, I would know their name. That would make the rounds very quickly.
I want to say yes, but probably not necessarily. Depends on the colleague who got murdered.
First of all, rude. Second of all, I would know. Whether you do, that's a different issue.
No, that doesn't make me any better at names all of a sudden.
Unfortunately, you do have a point. In fairness, he's not working the case.
And that, yes, gotta give Gumshoe some slack here.
Yeah, plus he was busy undulating, so... That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing?
Question.
Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
But can't the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence?
For Mr. Edgeworth? What could have happened?
I have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Let's talk about the king statue.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of the Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, Pearl. Got an award for diligence myself.
Not deserved. Then again,
He has been doing a good job.
This hurts to say, but if he gets an award for being the best one, that reflects worse on his colleagues than on him. You know what I mean?
Also true.
Like, he could be the best at his job. That would just mean that everybody else is really bad at it. Congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? It's the protector of men.
Exactly, we are the sworn shield and sword of those defenseless.
Guarding the realm against bad guys and innocent people alike.
Exactly.
Guilty!
The first person to ask for a motive.
Motive, Tifa. Come on, you can get that.
Yeah, I can.
I
But
think
motive sounds cooler.
I think he's the first person to ask him for a motive for anything in a long, long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not very common here.
We don't need motives in Japanophobia.
We don't even want to know the whole story.
Exactly.
Like, we like to figure things out during the case.
Yeah, just declare him guilty and that's it.
And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently he's forgotten.
But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. What can you tell us about this parking stub?
Might as well show him that too.
Okay, so that goes for both pieces of evidence.
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
swap, but I didn't see what was in the first thingy earlier. I thought it was just a knife moving to the right.
Same, and I found that weird, but
Same.
oh well.
Okay, so that comes together.
Do we have a new option to talk to him?
We should now.
I hope so. Otherwise it's time to try to actually get into the office. Oh,
We have two even.
so this ID card belonged to a victim?
Who was a detective like myself? Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be laying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal! Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing as much. Okay.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again. Dude, really, Phoenix? You forgot about the entire last case?
It's been like 2 months.
Fair. Yes, you do have a point there.
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors.
See? Alleged.
Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him. But he did it.
Yeah, we all know.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun. Under the gun. Never heard that phrase before.
Same.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, Pearl. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor.
Also, wouldn't it be a bit... Isn't it actually very weird for Edgeworth to be on this case, seeing how his weapon is the murder weapon, his car has been used to ditch the body? Like, technically you want this guy as far away from the trial as possible.
Yes. Correct.
Oh.
The same way you probably would also argue in court that you don't want Phoenix Wright anywhere near any case where Edgeworth is the prosecutor because they have prior history.
Well, that is against one another, I suppose, but...
I don't know the English term, but in Germany it's called befangen sein. As in you have a personal attachment to the case and therefore you would not be able to perform the way you normally would.
Yeah, but that's some... I don't think that really matters.
Japanifornia logic, yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this all for us. For all of us, even. Okay.
Maybe now we can go to...
I mean, we just got off of a case where the prosecutor was the defendant's literal adopted father. Really? I thought it was more like a metaphorical thing where Von Karma was like a father to him. I didn't realize
he
that was
adopted
actually
him.
adoption. Okay. Well, yes, that should have also not worked, but still. Can we talk to her again? Is anything new? No. Back to the office?
I already did. I've now went
Talk?
everywhere again.
Talk? No.
We don't have anything new.
Detention center?
She's not there. This one also seems a whole lot... We're stuck now for the second or third time already. Or is that just me?
How about we take a short break, get a refill on the water, and maybe we have a fresh new idea.
That we can do. BRB.
BRB.
We're back.
We are. I don't think we have a clarified adoption process, but he lived with Von Karma after his dad died. For all intents and purposes, he was Edgeworth's guardian.
Oh, okay, fair.
I neglected that, and it makes sense. Yeah, especially with like how he seemed to have modeled some of his ways of doing business after him. Well,
Yeah, I just thought that when he went into the business, Von Karma turned into a mentor for him.
yeah. Tifa, there's one thing we didn't do, and that is examine everything here, so how about we start with that? Check if it's the police.
I always get excited when I come to a police station.
Why is that?
It just feels like I've jumped into a movie.
Huh?
You know, with all the police and criminals.
Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting.
Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there.
Oh my god, there's two officers! I'm so
You're probably
excited!
talking about the latest busts.
Funny, I thought we were talking about the weather. His Von Karma finger waggle. True. True. No. Did I use the right arm? No, I didn't. No. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Wanted posters.
I've never actually seen like a wanted poster hanging at a police station.
Only ever for comedic purposes. Yeah.
Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters.
You thought you were kind of funny?
They hardly even look human.
She has a point.
I kind of want to see them now.
Check the blue thing. The blue badger. That name.
I was wondering about that.
What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece.
He made it.
Yes, we get to
pretty
see
well.
that.
You made this, Detective Gumshoe.
The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, Pearl.
You did really well.
Yeah.
You tried to make it move like this.
I couldn't have.
But nice work.
It's battery powered so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances, dances, dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger. Fated to dance until he drops.
Aren't we all? A work of art designed by the chief of detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. That's
It's
actually
working.
impressive. Yeah.
That too. I think this is impressive as fuck.
Exactly. Tifa, can we do our own Blue Badger?
We can try to make one.
Nice. Just need to learn how to.
We can do it on stream.
Once I learn how to.
We both try to make one and then see which one turns out better.
Yes, and then we can undulate all stream. Nice.
That's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
What does the case have to do with the Blue Badger? Thank you.
I have no idea, but I'm certain it will be important at some point.
Why are we suddenly switching? Well, it doesn't matter.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot?
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of
police.
The cheese of police. You know, he's a come on bear.
I would love a cheese of police.
He was appointed directly by the chief of police.
I heard he's pretty holy.
Why don't you make like Switzerland and be neutral about it?
What? You couldn't take a slice of this?
You're making my brain melt. And honestly, you kind of stink.
Oh, sorry.
So why don't you ripen up, get a bit more maturity, and let us continue? I
have no comeback anymore.
Exactly. The chief prosciutto and the chief of police.
No, the chef prosciutto.
That sounds like it should be a starter at an Italian restaurant in the neighborhood of a police precinct. Oh my god, Jack, you made it worse. That's my special power.
It was pretty impressive too.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
I still didn't make my sign, but honestly, all of these were like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, if I was paid, for this, you could say I made the cheddar. BRB going to answer. Fair.
I would sub extra for this, but you know.
How do I subscribe multiple times?
Officer Marshall, is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA.
He's from the West.
For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene, maybe.
A letter of introduction received from Detective Gumshoe allows the bearer to investigate the crime scene.
So he is not allowed to have anything to do with the case, to even go to the parking lot himself, but he is allowed to write a letter that allows us to go check out the crime scene ourselves.
Japanifornia.
Oh, I can't go? So I'll just give you permission to go instead.
Yes. Also, it has text written on the envelope, but it's crossed out. What's up with that?
Can't read it.
I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
That is very true.
That is a fact in life, yes. I think we got the thing we came here for now.
It's not...
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't have the cross yet though. I was wondering about that.
What, the dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece, like I said earlier.
You just like having people watch this, don't you?
I'm gonna skip until I see something new. Yeah, but it didn't have the mark.
Yeah, I know.
You saw that.
I think the game is just trying to throw you for a loop.
See, it's battery powered, dances until it dies.
How would you check the two police people though?
Now it has the loop.
It's a check mark.
Or the check mark.
A loop.
I looked at the loop and then it was that.
Look, that patrolman is saluting.
The other police guy.
Did you just skip a line? Do it again. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective.
But then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy.
That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
Lemau.
Uh-huh. Roffelmau.
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes.
They make a good pair. I clapped.
The banner here is announcing the crime fighting campaign.
Nice slogan.
I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets.
I don't think it's that kind of campaign.
What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar.
It's me. I got into the cookie jar.
It's most definitely me.
Yeah, it's relatively easy. I think most families can figure that one out without the extra help.
Maybe
Give me the keyboard, Tifa. You deserve nothing anymore.
I have trigger finger.
Also, wouldn't you want the police to always be on a campaign to fight crime?
Ah! Ah! You did it yourself! You did exactly the same. Give me this back.
You did this to me.
Do you now understand what happens to me sometimes?
Yeah, but you do it more than me.
Yeah, because I'm under control more than you.
Seems like a skill issue to me.
Now you know.
How about you just get your hands off of the things that can advance text until you need to? That was an accident, it doesn't count. It does though, I give her the same
I don't
shit.
do it on purpose either.
I give her the same crap, so it's only fair and fair.
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea. Why? Stop doing it like that, that's annoying.
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
A panda?
Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory.
And at my tender age.
Oh look, this is working.
Yeah, but it looks really weird. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or did we not have those at your zoo? Yeah, good point.
I like how we didn't go into that anymore. We decided to ignore that.
Oh look, it's a door. The detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action.
Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Yeah, same, honestly. Back to the underground parking lot. Oh. Prosecutor's office, underground parking lot.
We have this thing here, look at it. Look,
but also
we have
don't
access,
look at
thank
it
you.
because we belong here. Looks like the investigation is still going.
That's you.
That's you.
Yeah, I think it's you.
That's the lunch lady.
I don't think it's the lunch lady.
That's 100% Angel Star.
I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight, baby. That's two different people though. Oh, still here?
I'm just saying.
Oh, hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? See, I told you, she was talking to someone there.
Oh.
I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too.
What happened to the security guard? Phoenix, it's called either an open relationship or a polyamorous relationship. I'm pretty sure there's other arrangements too.
Well, you would be a little bit surprised.
It's not common. Yes.
Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? Do I sound a bit like Gumshoe? Heck yeah, I do. You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd.
Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Or it's just cheating. I think
Or that.
that's the most common one in traditional relationships, yeah.
I have a feeling it's more that.
Possibly.
I don't think they know of each other's existence. There's something I wanted to ask you.
I'm sorry, I'm riding my metaphorical horse.
The scene of a crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me? Watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
Should we get you a hat?
No, I'm good.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest?
No, how about we just leave? There's something I wanted to ask you. Wake
The
up.
scene of a crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me? I still watch over them as they sleep, still dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep again.
Show him the stupid thing.
Well, I was going through the 2 options.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame you. So, court record. Oh wait, no, present, you're right.
Will this
Show him
wake
the
you
blue
up?
badge up.
Alright, compadre, count to 3.
Huh?
You gotta do that if you're going to draw evidence on someone.
What?
That's what we do in Texas.
Remind me to never visit Texas. Would you mind reading this for me?
What's this? Oh, one of your fan letters to me go right in the spittoon.
It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate?
Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something?
Huh?
Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation.
Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here?
No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test.
Fair though.
Guess I better let you in, man.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective for hire?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
A hootenanny!
You should all watch Centaur World on Netflix.
Centaur World is so good. It has no right to be that good. And it also has a hootenanny.
Yes, which is where I learned what a hootenanny is.
Yeah. I thought the show made it up, honestly. But a hootenanny is an actual thing.
Thank you, Ace Attorney Episode 5, for proving to me that hootenannies are a real thing.
I was so sure they made up that word. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say I won't be needing this anymore.
Let's water these flowers. What? What if someone else comes?
Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. It's that easy, apparently. Talk to him again?
Oh, I thought we would now.
Hopefully now he stays awake. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim?
Itchy.
What was that?
That was a twitch in my leg.
No, this is Twitch. What are you okay?
I'm okay.
Because that move was wild.
I'm good.
He's actually drinking on the job. It's fine, it's only coffee.
It's just a sip.
I bet. Spoken like a true alcoholic.
It's just a sip. I'm fully functioning.
I'm sober.
Good men always die young. Remember that, partner.
Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy right now?
Is it Dogi? Is it Doji? What am I saying?
I have no clue.
Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15.
This dude is too cool for me.
The smiling Madonna told me the tale.
I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr.
One stab to the chest, fine piece of work.
Did he just praise the murderer for the execution of the execution?
I mean, could also have been very sloppy.
I guess, yeah.
This here's the autopsy report.
Death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. So potentially when you guys found him at 5:15, he oh, it's impossible to say.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector...
I was like, wait.
Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
I know it's confusing because it's not a prosciutto.
I know, right?
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back.
So, there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't particularly gifted detective. It's one reason why he didn't do much work with a chief prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot.
So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon.
I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective.
Call me out, they shoot you for bad tax.
Unfortunately, they actually might, yeah. Huh?
I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
He is special.
Nothing gets by you, does it now, Bambino?
So why are you in charge?
No reason, we're just shorting hands right now, keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail.
So they want someone on this case that has no clue, so that he also won't find anything on here?
I guess.
I suppose.
Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cowdog's been kicked out of his cattle run, borrowed of a chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation?
He literally told us that already.
We learned this in the scene we had to watch to get to this scene.
Also, I thought we'd... Oh no, that's the autopsy report.
Alright, compadre, count to 3.
That doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, evidence. Oh, wait.
wait, we can actually
How
check
about-
that. That's a good idea.
How about,
I'm so
Tifa, you
smart.
stop freaking out and we go through the steps together?
I'm pretty good.
Not really, but we're getting there. Name of the deceased, Bruce Goodman, 36, male. Date and time of death, February 21st between 4 and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assessment, wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. Okay. Oof. Show him the parking stop.
No, if you want.
There we go. Different.
5:12 p.m. Prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot real slow like.
A trot?
Mama Donna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was laying in wait. Maybe waiting for a prince to ride in on his bright red horse.
So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Go for the others too.
Ah, toy shield, suits the boy well. What exactly could you shoot with that? A toy knight maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? We get the point.
You know, when I was a detective I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they could use the same shield over and over.
Note to self, the prosecutor's office at criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
Might as well be. You know it, we've gotten cheaper with every person here, I tell you. Okay, that was pointless, but good enough.
Maybe it unlocked something.
What's that? Some sort of police passport?
This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene.
Good distance in this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
I don't think I will, thank you. Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros.
I feel like if you hang out with these pros, you're gonna be real bad at your job.
Should we
Slide. Thank you. Now investigate.
again?
Or examine, I should say.
Let's start in the corner.
B block is through here. That's where the visitors park.
I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak. That's cannibalism.
Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy?
Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Also good life advice for most of the things Tifa is saying.
I mean, that is very true.
I was struck by my own truth. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted.
Crime took place in the parking lot. Body was found in the trunk
Of Edward's car.
of Edgeworth's car. Why the luxury car? It just screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Or maybe Miles Edgeworth wanted to do something for himself and he doesn't really spend money on anything else.
You still need big bucks to buy it.
Maybe it was second-hand.
You still need big bucks. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are relegated to B block.
I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. I would like a hamburger right now.
Oh, wait.
I think you meant to click the outline.
Yeah, no, it has to be the trunk. The trunk is its own thing.
The murderer tried to frame it on Edgeworth, but for some reason Sky confessed to it. Yeah, it's weird.
It makes no sense.
Like, why would you confess to the murder to shield Edgeworth if instead you could try to find out who actually did it, unless you know who did it and you want to shield not only Edgeworth but also the person who did commit the murder?
Well, I don't think Edgeworth had anything to do with it. Someone was probably trying to frame Edgeworth and...
Again.
But why...
It's it's like a sport at this point.
But why she is taking the blame? Or who is she even trying to defend?
I have no idea. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort.
Look! Something's written on it!
Wait, I can tell you what that is. You're right. Let's see. 6 minus 7s 12 2. I thought it says 6 minus 75, which is negative 69, which is bad. What's the opposite of nice? Bad.
67S. Could this be a licensing plate? How do they look?
In Japanifornia? I have no idea. But something 2 December or 12 divided by 2 is 6.
There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Like loot.
7S.
That's messed up.
Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note, victim's memo found in the car trunk. Why do I think it's actually 6 12-75.
Wait, 12/2. What are we at? February.
Yeah,
What date? Is it 12 February?
22nd. But then it would be written the other way around. It would be 12. It would be 22/2.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This is the 2nd of December. I think. How about the thing laying there at the bottom left? That looks like a phone. Yeah. This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yes. Right, let's check it out. Oh, it's time to do the thing.
Oh, it did everything by itself, but not this.
Apparently. I think, Tifa, you need to, click that. It's not just about spinning it, you know? Oh my god, please.
This phone is still on the redial screen.
Redial?
Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Is that an actual... I don't remember that button on an old phone.
Most phones I've had that had buttons back then had a green button for calling.
Yeah, but this is a redial button. If you press it, it shows the last number you called. I never had a button like that on any of my old phones.
That's what I'm saying, or that's what I was going for. Usually on the phones I had, you pressed the call button. If you hadn't input a number by then, it just showed you the last number you called. If you press it again, you're redialing that number.
Oh, convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever, let's just check this phone out. Now press the button. Actually, I guess the loop?
Man, what a boring strap.
What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know?
Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know.
I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. I think you have to maneuver it in a way to press that redial button. Yeah. Why wouldn't you be able to move it Now, to see who the owner of his phone called last.
Note to self, the defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button.
Oh, Emma.
Beep. Is that the intro to Steel Samurai or something?
It could be, but honestly, don't know. Hey, that song! I know that. I was waiting for you to read the line, but then I realized it's mine. Hey, what's going on over there?
Beep.
Sorry. See you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone, didn't you? Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospectus Guy.
What? It's my sister's?
Wow, what a boring phone. She apparently dropped it when she was taken to custody right after the crime. Look, last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to theirs. Who did she call?
Ghostbusters.
No idea, sorry partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now, one of those newfangled ringtones. Ring tunes. Oh, that? Oh, I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. I hope you're not lying. I'll shoot you for in Texas, partner. Is there anything you don't get shot for in Texas?
I was gonna say, what do I not get shot for?
Ranger, if you can hear us, please help us.
We need advice.
Oh, I've incited the wrath of a Lone Star patrolman. Cell phone, property of Lana Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of her murder. And I don't think that was a coincidence. Phoenix was just playing it smooth because she was trying to call us. But why?
Probably, but why? Especially, is that our office phone?
I mean, we don't know if they have a redirect on the office phone to Phoenix's mobile, but show the phone to somebody? Like, not him. I was thinking Gumshoe. Oh, detention center, if she's back.
She's not there.
Oh my god, okay, Gumshoe then. Présente. Oh, the note too. Start with that. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. Okay, he is not the source of our new information.
I would think Edgeworth.
Actually,
How do I even get there again?
Good question. Underground parking lot? Like that.
Oh, and then here.
And he ain't here either. Okay, I guess you have to show it to Marshall.
I didn't want to show him anything.
Yeah, I mean, same, because I don't like him, but... Okay, that's not it.
Oh.
We've looked at this, but yeah. Oh, there we go.
My sister's cell phone.
Last time it was used was 5:18, right after Goodman was killed.
I like how we're also allowed to keep it.
Maybe she was cancelling her date for the night.
Why did Lana make that call? Talk? Huh!
So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister?
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall!
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about?
Were they in a relationship?
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's the dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office.
Dry wind or ill will of someone's up to something here, but who?
You know, in Texas, they shoot you for standing in the dry wind.
Yeah, they do. And for ill will.
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean?
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. Yeah, whether it's forged or not doesn't matter either.
Clearly,
Still
Guilty.
evidence?
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to the source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
one person. Who?
Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle off his cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals.
What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
With his gunshots was bound to be bullets. That's what old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth?
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma.
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
Ask her why exactly.
Not important. That's small details.
Is that Pink Princess? That's Pink Princess.
Probably is. Beep. Oh, Steel Samurai.
You called it.
I was correct earlier.
Nice. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. Okay. Updated with that.
Well, they did say it only lasted a few seconds.
A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Yes, like the why. We made it through the investigation part of day 1, I imagine.
I don't think this is fully over yet. We have nothing to go into court with.
I have no idea where any of this is going. Wait, trial former. What does former mean?
I have no clue. Should we use this as a moment for a short break again?
Yes, we should. Meanwhile, I will think about why it says former.
We actually are going into trial. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Right after these messages. We're back.
Indeed. Tell me why you don't have a motive. That was your chance to keep going with.
Why? You're the one singing now.
Yeah, and it's the Backstreet Boys, not the Backstreet Boy.
Tell me why we're going into trial. Tell me why.
You killed the man. I call the song Motive.
That was like...
All of this kind of was. We could have done that better. Stop tackling me.
How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, there's still a lot of grey areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big grey area.
Let's talk about motives, why don't we?
Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Yes?
The defense attorney that should or should never believe their client.
Did you know that you cannot spell believe without lie?
She's one of these people too. Like, if they're in here, they have to be guilty. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her.
And that is?
You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
Basically admitted that she isn't the culprit. Yes!
I am still so confused about what's going on with her.
My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do that then.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
I'm not sure I want that. And at her tender age. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since this trial.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
We are gods! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
Take my confession, edgy.
It was I,
Yeah.
not my sister.
It was me. It doesn't matter what it was, but I did it.
Judge me, senpai.
Judge me harder.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life.
Wait, do we have a death sentence in...
Wait a second. All the cases we've had so far were murder trials. Does that mean all the people that were found guilty were killed?
No one has come back.
Except your yawns. Can I, like, say that your yawning is guilty?
You can try.
It's
Or
your line.
it's just like for life in prison.
There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Professional witness sounds highly illegal.
Kinda is.
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand.
The cover queen? Yeah, we still don't know what's up with that name, do we?
Have they seen you somewhere?
You might know me from certain short format video clips on the internet, sir.
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down.
Wait, he's just eating it now.
Apparently.
Ah, and for you, I have a Fiesta bowl.
Thanks?
Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir, did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Miles Edgeworth is the Andrix Arcanum of the court.
It is not the right time to consume this food.
Love you, Andrew.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts.
I've tried caviar once, decades ago. It tasted horrible. It tasted like salt and dirt.
I never had it, I've never been interested, and I never will.
I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Caviar, apparently.
Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Gotta throw all sense of logic out of game. Witness just offers food to yeah.
He looked hungry.
I mean, it's
Understood.
always time for a snack.
Exactly, you're not yourself when you're hungry.
That's true. You know, you can't think straight in a murder trial if you didn't just have a snack.
You don't make good decisions when you're running on empty.
I feel like every case should have a little buffet on the side.
Yeah, like an all-you-can-judge.
Yeah.
In between, like, getting food, you just sentence people to death, apparently. That's what it is, right?
But it shouldn't be like scooping buffet. It should be like bite-sized.
Yeah, so
Wait,
that you can keep
thingies?
talking in between.
Yeah, on toothpicks with little flags on it. With the justice symbol.
Yes. Yes, very true. Oh, and the food is not served in like a tray or like a buffet kind of style, but there is the statue of justice, you know, the goddess of justice, and like there's a scale, and you have to keep picking from one side of the scale or the other so that it always stays even.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's known.
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of a crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
2 years ago was also the last time Bruce Goodman and Lana Skye worked together. I sense a connection.
What? Mrs. Starr was a detective?
Aha! I know who you are. Cough up.
Cuff up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Cuff up. Okay. Does that ring any bells with her being a detective?
No, not for me it doesn't.
Cuff up your crime?
I don't know. Usually you cough up something, so I'm guessing like evidence, information,
She made everyone cuff up their evil.
food. I don't know. Just who is this lady?
If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
It was a gate. That wasn't a chain.
No, that was a chain gate. But there actually wasn't really...
Whatever. I'll take it. If there's something dividing the room, yeah.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's space, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with his knife and went to drive the body out.
Okay.
Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
Oh,
Are you gonna press the button?
wrong button.
You couldn't see this, but she gently placed her finger on the enter button like 3 times before she actually
No,
pressed
I was
it.
pressing the entfernen button.
Delete for you English-speaking people.
And who was this valiant witness?
Delete this trial.
Delete guild.
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Parking lot floor plans. The parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Okay.
Witness, did you see the very moment of a crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
You what?
Apprehended.
Apprende.
Apprehend.
Apprende.
I said apprehended.
Prosciutto. Apprende. I don't think those are words, but...
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright.
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
Seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give him your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me? Yes, apparently.
Oh, what then?
Witness's account.
Let's press on everything, I guess.
You have to go through it
Oh,
first.
yeah, wait. For some reason I saw earlier.
No,
so
no
this
pressing her yet, Tifa.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
Yo, what, mate?
Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
At least it's the pointy
Detective Gunman. How about you do it with me, Tifa? Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
I still think Marshall did it.
But why would she defend Marshall?
I don't know. Why would Lana Skye do it?
I don't see why, no matter who it is, unless it's her sister, I don't see Lana defending anyone.
We will find out, hopefully.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching.
As you can see, there's no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than that. The point of a knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
Crushed
like the chili flakes on your bento box.
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Choking on the chili.
See, now that reference I understood.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Cool. So, let's keep pressing everything. Start with that.
How would you know a day like this would
So
come?
you were waiting for this. How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to raising inconvenient evidence at their whim,
Oh.
killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
Okay, so she really wants to go after Edgeworth.
Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? Is she even allowed to ask questions?
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off. She was fired.
The prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
Unbiased, you say.
Which boyfriend?
Basically admitting to having a motive to frame a prosecutor. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend. You have several?
Can I be one of them?
Oh yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? Yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
What? You know, some people have trouble finding other people. Have you considered being the judge in a murder case? Maybe you'll find your significant other there.
You never know.
Yeah.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't even press on this one.
No, because this is still a line.
Oh, never mind.
The security guard's room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That should be a room with a security sign. Yeah, the cafe. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So, she was in B block when she witnessed a crime. She did say that. When she sensed something.
You sensed something, so you're saying you had a premonition of a murder.
It felt like, how would you say?
A deadly premonition. Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's the name of the game.
Ah yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
What feeling is that supposed to invoke? It makes...
I don't remember what I felt like when I looked at a half-cut pumpkin that still had the seeds in it.
I see work because I remove the pumpkin seeds. But
Yeah, it's kind of annoyance,
No strong
especially if your pumpkin is not like fully ripe yet and it's still quite hard, and then you try to like scoop it out with a spoon.
talk about cover-up, that made me spit water on myself.
I have no idea what that means.
Did I hit the microphone? No.
No,
Singly no.
looks good.
Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Oh, gee!
It's a full circle.
I guess I had a premonition earlier.
A young cheese.
Something cheesy about all of this.
It does stink to high heaven.
He really was a cheese of detective.
Pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Why is this game like that?
And I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
I love old cheese that started crystallizing in it. So good. That's what I probably imagine a judge would be as a cheese.
I'm sorry, but the line, I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack. Everybody, if you're ever in a situation where you need an icebreaker, that's the line you should go with.
Hey, I'm hard, yellowed.
Hey, I see you're sitting here by yourself. Mind if I join you?
Yeah, of course, please go ahead.
I would like to warn you because I'm hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack. Especially the yellowed part gets my juices going.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match.
In any case, there in the lot I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
Like an old cheese being churned. By garish car, you mean...
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. How does she know? Wasn't it? Indeed it was.
What an odd case this is! And the person you saw, you're sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Why would you say it out loud? Opening with I'm hard is gonna get you an HR warning very quick.
Well, I'm sure you
Yeah.
can save yourself out of that one.
And honestly, deserved. Nobody should ever use that line. Unless you're Tifa, of course, who will now tell us that it's fine because...
Well, you can start with I'm hard, judge the reaction,
Leave familiar with this place.
or something like that. I mean,
Tifa would then divert your attention by asking you, have I told you about my Nazi jacket?
my Nazi jacket. It's your Nazi jacket.
And that's what I'm talking about. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie.
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring!
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism.
You're using the big words,
Yeah,
Emma.
right.
Aw,
Yeah.
and at your tender age.
At my tender age.
Plagiarism.
Wait, that's what I said, no?
I may be real.
Oh my god, what is this today?
Relegated.
I
Now,
may
please.
be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
There's nothing low about being a lunch person. She just threatened the defense attorney. Hello? Yes.
That's okay in Japanifornia.
It-
Until you actually do it,
Yeah.
then you're fine.
You can even taser people outside of a court and nobody will ever talk about this.
That is true.
Yeah.
A photograph! You took this!
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera.
Why would you do that?
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
Everybody in Japanifornia thinks court is a joke. There is no ever explanation for all of this happening. She was part of the justice system by being an investigator and she still pulls this crap. Like,
You think I'd show it to you, prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
photography division.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
The moment of a crime is photographed by Angel Star. Okay. Oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky.
So what was the defendant doing at the time?
Make it make sense. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of a man's vital organs.
Are they though?
I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg-salad surprise set.
I suddenly don't like eggs anymore, which is bad for this channel. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Don't kill eggs.
It's the same. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor? So the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
Defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
But you're taking a picture?
No, that was after.
Too late.
Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that.
We literally pressed every single thing now.
How?
What do we present?
Wait. You pressed on every single thing and the game tells you, why don't we press more?
We pressed every single line.
First of all, save. We will need it. Okay, now I don't care what you do.
Okay, what do we have that is a contradiction?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Did she say anything about Edgeworth's car entering again?
No.
Oh yeah, standing next to a garage car.
Yeah, without a time.
When did she say she arrived? On my way to deliver a lunchbox? Oh, lunchbox.
What about lunchboxes?
Do you have lunch at 5 p.m.? I mean, it's the only thing I can think of currently.
He's working a late or night shift, it makes sense. No, do use that.
I don't think...
Use it. You have a point.
Okay. Well, we saved anyway.
I mean, you don't have a point if you ask me, because I'm pretty sure security people work around the clock, so it could just be his lunch break.
What else do we have again, by the way?
Because I assume, at least when I used to work late shifts in my life, I also got up later, therefore having lunch later.
So you want to present this
Yeah.
ticket?
And that's wrong.
You want to go on until we find the correcting?
No, I think we will need all the help we can get, so
Yeah, but I mean, the moment we get the correcting, then we reload.
nah.
Standing next to the car. But wait, the car only entered just before. She couldn't be standing next to it. It's that one.
I'm back from luck, Mommy, welcome back.
Welcome back.
You're witnessing us confused.
This one is it?
That is wrong, Tifa.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
How do I...
Just keep going. If we take 1 or 2 hits, it's fine. We need to start safe scumming when we're like down to the last one.
Well, I thought it might be this because the car only just came in.
Knife in
And
her
she-
right hand.
Wait, show the picture. Picture. Where's the...
You have the buttons, Tifa.
Which hand is she holding? Because she seems to be left-handed.
Yeah, so?
She had the knife in her right hand.
Oh, wait, you have a point. Yeah, present that.
Oh,
What are you doing?
I don't think we can use this.
Do it. That's the correct one.
I would close it with my right hand, not my left.
And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife.
As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
Which comes with a lot of sauce.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of a crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
It's in the body.
Yeah, that would be a great answer.
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection.
That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth.
Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
Bitch!
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
And how can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Huh?
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat?
That's just fashion.
Exactly. It's like stone-washed jeans. It's blood-washed coat. It's haute couture.
Why do I think this picture is manipulated?
Yeah, but it's a black and white photograph.
Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Her boyfriend works in the photograph department and messed with the picture.
Didn't we talk about using CGI and filters earlier during the stream? It's all coming back.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
Also, how did they even open the trunk of Edgeworth's car? I think that's the bigger question we need to...
Well, you could say that Edgeworth's trunk is a public domain. Everybody gets a go at Edgeworth's trunk, apparently.
Apparently. You just give it a tap and it opens right up.
It's pretty loose, apparently.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
Oh, you got a better idea? Objection! Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
But that's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice.
More food equals good.
You?
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated. Tifa, the letters matter.
You can also just stop complaining and go with it.
No, because I need to repeat the word.
Yeah, then so be it. I don't correct you on every single word. I just ignore it and go on.
Please do. I challenge you. The premeditated, how do you know?
Unless it's funny.
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, those gloves.
Surgical gloves made of tin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on?
Those didn't look like thin... What?
We get a close-up.
If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
What? Spoilers. I usually wear gloves between mid-September to April because
Rubber surgical gloves.
No, gloves. Because my skin dries out really fast if it's not actually warm outside. So somebody wearing gloves is not weird to me. What is weird to me is that those, to me, normal looking gloves were clearly identifiable as thin rubber gloves.
Yeah. And that's not something you would normally wear.
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. Serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
Press.
Okay, planned murder. We shall take it.
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? That's what I said.
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
So you knew?
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make.
I came to do a murder.
Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Don't you mean premediated?
Premediated.
Don't you mean premeditated?
Now stop confusing me.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If you can prove his claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flesh wound.
Okay, we can still make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking,
Mrs. Starr, okay, we're not going anywhere else.
Still fatal to me. Sure, let's keep pressing. There's nothing to press.
Well, now we have still pressed everything. What do we have that shows this wasn't planned?
Lunchbox, cool, sensed something, yada yada yada. Next to the car.
Wouldn't the parking ticket maybe plan it? I mean, that was a very close call. What if he...
I guess, or the fact that we found evidence, or the fact that she called her sister.
Yeah, leaving all the evidence behind is very sloppy, but I don't think we can.
I say
show
use the
anything.
cell phone.
Cell phone?
Yeah. Why would you call your sister after a premeditated murder? I wouldn't.
Well, you'd be surprised who people call, but...
I mean, yes, but still.
We can try. I think it's the parking lot ticket, if anything.
And I was wrong. Reload.
Oh yeah, I can do that quite fast.
Yes, you can press buttons. There's a menu. The parking stub. I guess. And... Nope.
what do we have that proves it was not planned? Edgeworth's knife? Also,
No.
how did she take... So,
Before she entered the parking lot.
So she already had it before the car even entered.
What did we just learn about from the new testimony?
That she's wearing gloves, that it was pre-planned.
That she planned it and that she wore gloves. Supposedly.
But I don't see any evidence that would prove it wasn't planned.
If it was premeditated, what would she bring? The weapon.
Yeah, but we don't know if the weapon... I think the weapon is a bit weird, but... Why don't you just throw the weapon at him?
I mean, with a parking stop, it says Miles Edgeworth.
Yes.
Now, is this given to the person coming in with Miles Edgeworth's car? Or is it given to Miles Edgeworth? The name on that throws me off. Regardless, I'm guessing, Mortenard, you're trying to get us to use Edgeworth's knife, which thank you for helping us. But what says that she didn't take the knife out of the toolbox before this? Witness, do you know what this is?
All in all, though, it is really weird. He got stabbed at 1/4 exactly. Edgeworth came in at 12 past, which is the time when you go past the ticket machine. Then within 3 minutes, he managed
Parked the car and left.
Yeah.
And supposedly, going with this line of argumentation, within the 3 minutes she went there, opened the car, found the toolbox, opened the toolbox, took the knife out, met the guy, killed him, put him in the trunk of the car.
She fast.
If I was the prosecutor, I would tell you to pull your head out of your ass. Clearly she grabbed the knife at some point earlier. But
I wouldn't have guessed the knife either. Thank you, Mortenard.
Yes, thank you very much.
Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife.
How would she know it was in the trunk? See, that's weird.
What's with this case? A bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there.
You're defending this for chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? Some of them, yes. Some.
Also, I like how we have a witness that clearly states it was this person there that murdered this other person, and then we're all looking at the prosecutor now as if he's guilty in the public. Like, how does that even come into place?
In no other court outside of Japanifornia would any of this fly. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, Rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon?
Well, this kind of makes sense if you're trying to put it all on Edgeworth.
Yeah.
Then you would use a weapon that he owns. Like,
yeah. I would argue the same, but clearly this is the right way to go, and we can tell from her face.
No.
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. We have a set.
Order! Order! Order!
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
No.
Not really.
Not one bit.
Edgeworth is almost as good as free.
And at my tender age.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
That sounds tasty though.
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
Trifling.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not.
Don't you mean premeditated?
You were the one that kept confusing me by saying both, so now you are gonna fly with whatever comes out of my mouth.
I think the source of the bullshit is somewhere here.
The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife.
Why are they all using lunch lady as a derogatory term?
I have no clue. But she kind of deserves it right now.
She deserves it for being a bitch, not because she's a lunch lady.
Well, no. I mean, she deserves them talking down on her, but not by using lunch lady.
But because of the content of her character, not her occupation.
That is the only thing a prosecution needs to prove, nothing else. Very good, prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing?
I believe I'd like to hear testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really no.
I've watched plenty of crime scene investigation.
I will have you know I've played all of Danganronpa. Angel's deduction. Okay.
Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Tell us what you saw, not what you think, and so far every single bit is a I think.
It sounds like a person I know very well.
Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Oh,
There's our
There we go.
contradiction.
It was a single attack.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
I'm pilking.
I'm planning, that's why I corrected myself.
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness, for how often she flops her words.
Let's get
Yeah, we know which one to attack here. You can skip all the pressing. It's the last one. There.
Oh, fuck.
Mr.
Oh.
Yeah, now we're going for
I was
this
just
again
going-
because I want to read the line.
Yeah, no, we would have used the line, or I would have used
Now
the
we're
thingy.
gonna go through the lines that you
We're
just
not gonna
skipped.
go through all of it again.
Yes, we are.
There,
Let's-
if I didn't accidentally press enter again.
Miss Stars turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of a candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Like Tifa not mashing buttons. She gonna do it again? Oh, look, she didn't. That. One knife
Autopsy
wound.
reports.
You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
Yep.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk!
He's my hero, really. Excuse me, we're the one that submitted this evidence.
What about my objection? No one noticed.
Well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
So her outfit was already dirty.
What?
And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
Okay, so if she was wearing a
Check
red
the
coat,
picture.
then what is on that picture?
Check the picture.
I'll
Check,
check it.
enter.
That's not red.
She isn't wearing a muffler.
She's not even wearing a red coat.
Yeah,
Even in the
present.
black and white picture, that wouldn't come out.
Present.
Oh, I thought I did.
No, you didn't. You
Where's the-
closed the menu. Left. Thank you.
There it is.
She's crumbling really fast. Miss Star. I demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim.
Yeah.
And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless.
I don't appreciate the lunch lady slander.
Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Well, he's just trying to point out that she's not suited to be a detective.
Yeah, but still. Now playing the great Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney but in feudal Japan, and the equivalent of pain is called ouchie. Or as Tifa will pronounce it if we ever get to play that game.
Uchi.
Uchi. Tifa kindly plugged in the charger for our little monitor. Thank you very much.
Harsh words, but good. Harsh, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
Uchi. What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there. A scarf. No, not that. But something red, really.
Is she colorblind?
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude. But back to business.
The camera didn't like Uchi pain. Did it flicker black? I mean, I didn't catch that, but then I finally figured out why our camera sometimes goes black for a second.
But usually that thing is plugged in.
Yes, but you plugged in something into the same power source. So it does that because the power cuts out for a split second. Thank you, Mortonaut. You should be a detective. Now I can try to fix that by putting the camera onto its own, like, power source.
I think we still have an open one there.
What?
Thank you.
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Some things.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
Can she read our minds? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. How about we still press her down on the last one and then call it a night?
Can do.
Apprehending the suspect.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her.
Oh, now we're definitely changing things a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot.
Don't worry, the camera just blinked. You try keeping your eyes open for as long as the camera does without blinking.
I mean, that is very true. It's been going for like almost 3 hours.
Thank you very much for understanding that even cameras need to take breaks. But I'm gonna try to find a permanent solution to it.
I think you took a lot of pressure off of the camera.
Yes, good camera. You're doing very well. Sometimes the parentheses are just Phoenix whispering, not necessarily his faults. Okay, fair enough.
Fair.
Yeah.
Ah yes, when I arrested her she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Wait, she's the one that arrested her.
Which victim would ever talk about fashion while being arrested?
The chief prosecutor made to escape, but again, Angel Star, resistance is futile.
But again?
Say it again.
Against.
But against, oh.
Are you okay?
No.
You're quite determined about mispronouncing words, aren't you? You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra.
A cobra is a snake.
That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is kind of a snake.
Don't bother me with the details, unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
Who isn't?
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman.
No, leopard.
Leopard, no?
Yeah.
Rawr.
I love how the game keeps giving Tifa words when she's in trouble.
It's late.
It's always late, Tifa.
Yeah, so that explains it, doesn't it?
No, you should get better at that, man.
You can also stop your complaining and just go on.
No, it's fun.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
I'm a leopard. I pounce. No. I remember that we checked out the oil cans and they were very heavy. But we have nothing to prove that, do we?
No. I say we just press.
Stop pressing on everything. I don't think we need to. There was a partition, we saw that. Explained her rights to her, arrested on the spot. Cool. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
Wait, let's check the evidence real quick, what we even have.
There was no muffler.
There's nothing that says who was. Also, wasn't she...
Who was what?
Wait, let's check this.
Who was what?
Who arrested her, but she was caught next to the car, not later. Is it in here?
How do we know that? We don't know that.
That was said in a thingy, I think, in a conversation.
Yeah, could be wrong. Who knows?
But we have not... Oh, wait. Floor plan. It's gonna be the floor plan.
Wait.
How did she even get to A?
First of all of this. Second of all, she can't have immediately apprehended her. Because first, she called her sister.
That too?
Well, apparently there isn't like a whole fence, but just a chain, so she could have gotten through there. I hate how Rise from the Ashes is the only case with Phoenix without the word turnabout in the title. Hello Shrift, happy Sunday, and now that you're saying it, I realize it too. Oh.
I don't, because I don't have all the titles in my mind, but regardless, how are you doing, Shrift? But here.
You are right.
How did she get from B to A?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter, because she immediately went there.
Well. So then it's this one. Press that. No, press. You don't need to save before pressing.
Yeah, but I'm saving already anyway.
Tomorrow's my last day of classes before I go off to college.
Oh, exciting!
Nice. Are you looking forward to it?
How are you feeling?
Really happy it's over, but I don't really want it to be over. Yeah, it was similar for me.
I was just happy it was over.
I didn't have that feeling during the classes, but after we had done our last classes, but before the graduation ceremony, we all had like a day out together kind of thing, and that's when it hit me. Like I stood there at the train station with my classmates and I told a friend of mine, I don't want to get into that train. And she was like, why? I'm like, if we get into that train, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna go to bed,
so happy.
and tomorrow is gonna be the graduation ceremony when it's over. I don't quite want that.
That's
and then
a
we
new
got into the
chapter
train.
in your life.
Yes.
And college is gonna be exciting.
Exactly. And there's more in life than the things you've been going through so far. Yeah. You have plenty to look forward to. Heck, even the Edgeworth games all have turnabout in the name. How dare they? You say quickly, were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details? Press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The Lunchland car was...
She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block.
So you witnessed the murder from here?
It would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, mister?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a...
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The cuff-up queen lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah.
Does that not pull? Oh, it doesn't pull
Yeah,
to
the
the...
fence was about 9 feet high too. That's like 10 rangers. So how did Miss Sky not get away? What? We just
Oh,
did
this is the one we
we
just
did
did.
this very same thing just now, Tifa.
Yeah, I thought it was the other one.
Leave her alone. How far away was she when she witnessed the murder? Guess I could just look at the picture to find out. Very well, you may continue with your testimony. It's kind of disappointing that a great Ace Attorney duology doesn't use turnabout, but her titles are still nice. I'm gonna be honest. I skipped Rise from the Ashes. Are you saying...
Because of the name.
Are you saying that you, together with everybody else and me, applied peer pressure, also known as helped Tifa understand that she should be playing this game and she should give it a chance, and you skipped the final case?
So, we're skipping that one. Wait, there's this one.
I guess you are trying to put the shifty into shrift E? Sorry, that didn't work.
That did not work at all. That's a boo. That's an absolute boo.
This case isn't necessarily canon. It's here. The pun was so bad I laughed at shrift.
I mean, I kind of get it. I'm not a huge fan of this trial so far.
I
either.
would like to understand why all of this is happening.
Well, it's not even that. I don't really like the new mechanics they added in here.
Nah, this case is one of the best in the series.
I'm just happy they don't do that with every piece of evidence where you have to like rotate that the whole thing.
In
It's
my
annoying
opinion.
as fuck.
I want to agree with you, but I would love it more if, like Honest Psycho also keeps pointing this out, why? We never ask people why.
But that's the same in every single trial.
Why?
That's not exclusive to this one.
Yes, that just proves the point further if you ask me. Why?
Mm.
She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word.
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone. She can't mean... Ask further. She isn't talking about a piece of clothing. She put something in the muffler of a car.
What's a muffler of a car?
The exhaust.
Could be, I guess. I think she was talking to her sister.
By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately. Ultimately. My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, mister.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall.
That's right near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
That's pretty shitty for an emergency phone, but...
The one day something happens. That's typical.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should of course add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma, okay? Definitely the best in the first game for me at least. Okay.
Well, maybe at some point.
I have a feeling there's gonna be more of this, so...
Probably. Well, we still have 3 days of trial to go through. So let's see what happens here. I guess the most confusing thing is that she said she did it, but I don't see any reason for her to lie currently.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I would have an easier time with some of these cases if, I don't know, it would be more like what I imagine working with a lawyer would be like discussing possible motives, for example. But yeah, it's not bad. What have you thought of a first game now that you finished it?
Short version, it was alright. I had fun.
I liked it.
Not my favorite, but good.
That was fun. I liked the little what happened then kind of scene during the credits. That was really cute. I like those kind of things. Music's cool. The game itself is nice. The writing I like. I'm not the biggest fan of the mental gymnastics I need to do sometimes. Like,
well, the game does.
In this case, for example, when there's seemingly, for me, nothing that I would logically attack, and then they go, oh yeah, clearly.
Yeah, they've had it in a few cases. I thought this one was also a bit harder in your direction steering, like what you need to do or where you need to go.
Yeah.
We get stuck a bit more here.
Yeah. Like, sometimes I feel like it would have been nice for me at least if they would have spelled out some things the way they want you to think a little bit more. Like with a knife. You cannot tell me that she couldn't have gotten the knife earlier. I'm just saying.
Apparently Edgeworth left his trunk open, so he could have gotten it any other day he was in the office.
Yes, so clearly if a trunk is open anyway, that day, he keeps it unlocked for some reason, or she's really good at lockpicking Edgeworth's trunk. So she could have gotten it earlier. How is this not still premeditated? But
I'm happy though you can save at any time.
Yes.
Because otherwise...
we would have gotten the game over at some point.
Yeah, but that also
Like twice,
would have made the game a whole lot shittier.
Yeah, these games, for me, really need like a checkpoint system. I feel like the Danganronpa games did that beautifully. There, if you exhausted all of your attempts, to call them that, they just started you
some hints
at the beginning of that conversation, as far as I remember. That was nice. Here, I think it's still...
Oh, you mean when the game over?
If you game over, it's like, well, back to your last save. Meh.
Well, we haven't gamed over yet.
Then again, the game origin is like 20-something years old.
Because of save states.
Back then, we didn't do checkpoints that much. Yeah. The first trial day is a bit tedious, but the rest more than makes up for it. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, let's see what happens.
We had undulating today, so that was fun. You're in luck because each game has something like that during the credits. Nice. Every game should have something like that.
I can imagine. I think this game, even in all the new ones, will kind of stick to like certain patterns.
Yeah, I think so too.
Makes sense.
Mental gymnastics in the second game is so bad. You're not making me look forward to it that way.
Well, it doesn't look like we'll be playing the second game anytime soon then.
Nice, Shrift. You did that to yourself. You explain that to everybody else. I love it with my whole heart, but some of the things that happen can only happen with the most astronomically God-given blessing luck.
Some people
Super
are gifted.
high school level luck, maybe?
Some people are gifted.
Or ultimate luck, as some people would call it. Overall, I think the leaps in logic in Ace Attorney are less ridiculous than in Danganronpa, but that's just me.
Yeah, but even if it's like ridiculous, that's kind of okay as long as you can get there yourself. Like if it makes sense, regardless how ridiculous that jump is, like I'm okay with that. I feel like in Danganronpa it was easier to get to.
We've gotten stuck in Danganronpa a couple times too.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. So... like, it's been so long, and these games have been so long that overall, if you would ask me, how often did you get stuck in Danganronpa? I couldn't tell you. But I remember that we did. I remember that we did.
No, I'm not sure if it was as badly though, but doesn't really matter. We get stuck in every game.
I think
so.
once in... I forgot which one, I think it was the second one. Where we got stuck really bad. And people were pointing out like, yeah, this one got me too, this one is not that straightforward. The rest were more like, okay, yeah, now that I know how you want me to wrap my head around it. Yeah. Even Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright has something like, what happened after? That's nice.
Yeah, that's kind of cute.
I like that. Yeah.
It's sweet. Well, can be sweet.
Mm. Chapter 3 of the second game is titled Danganronpa's 2 swimming suit full of gravel. That's how bad it can get. I'm in.
Well, let's first get through this game.
Yes.
Or this trial and see. Is there even another one in this one?
No.
Is there episode 6?
No.
It's the last one.
Episode 5 is the final one.
Oh. Well, let's get to episode 5 and then see what's
that's
up.
One that they added later during the re-release of this game. What is a goddamn octagon, Haji? Can you show on this picture where the octagon is?
That was absolutely the worst trial.
Ace Attorney 1 ended in chapter 4. Shrift. No, listen.
DLC is part of the game, we're taking it.
Yes. They added it when they re-released it, and they kept it in every re-release after. It's part of it. It's part of it. Yes, I know, but still. They wouldn't have put it back into, or kept it in the game then. It's not part of it in my heart.
I already see like episode 5 sticking out a little bit. It's not included. But it's okay. That's all good.
Shrift.
It doesn't have to be part of your art.
I know exactly how you feel. I don't have that with Ace Attorney episode 5, but I have it with other games or other franchises. So I fully understand that general notion.
It's like when you get like a sequel that's just not that good.
Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. Why did they do that?
I'm gonna say goodnight before we get into this, because I have work early tomorrow, and when we get into this rant, we'll still be sitting here for an hour.
There is no rant for that. I maintain that Metal Gear Solid 5 has arguably some of the best gameplay in the entire franchise, but what they did to the gameplay structure, to the story, and at least some of the English voice cast of the games, at some point we'll get that. But Mike Meekins! Yes, sir!
I wonder if he's gonna be in the trial. I don't think so. He wasn't that important.
I felt like his arm had like an extra piece with 2 extra joints because of how he like... I can't even do this. I think I need to do like yoga or Pilates or something so that I can... Like, he was saluting like inwards, but he had his arm like...
He was lanky. It works.
If I do this, like I feel the pull on my fingers.
Keep practicing.
Really loud speaker noise. Did we do something?
On our end?
What? No.
Oh. I was saying I didn't see anything spying.
Oh my heart. We once... You weren't here for that, but a long time ago, we learned that there is like a mechanical problem, you could argue, with the microphones we're using. We've actually reinforced the cables at those breakpoints.
We already swapped them out. Those were all ones.
Those are new. And we couldn't figure out what it was, but sometimes when we did a wrong movement, all people could hear was like static noise at maximum volume. So you just made my heart skip multiple beats. I don't blame you, you couldn't know. But
we got PTSD from that.
Yeah. Yeah, if somebody tells me there's an unexpected loud noise, I'm like, oh my god, no.
I think it took weeks to figure out that the cable was
2 weeks.
broken off the microphone.
2 weeks.
I think it was my microphone. Mine got swapped out, I think.
Yeah, yes it was. Yeah.
And then at some point we had the microphone taped to the desk so that it would move as little as possible, but it didn't fully work.
Yeah. It happened twice actually. We had both cables replaced. Yes, but thankfully that should not happen again. Yeah. It's Meekins thing. I don't like loudspeaker noises. But what I would like is to ask Tifa if there's somebody for us to rate tonight.
There is not.
That makes me want to go really loud speaker noise. Well, that's how it is.
So I'm just gonna press the button and then
Please
you
do.
can
Thank you everybody for hanging out with us.
say that.
We're back on Tuesday with Omori. Still weit vom Morgen. See you. Bye.
Thank you, thank you.